This is from Justin. When I was about 6, I swore at my parents. My dad drove me to an empty industrial area and pointed at a fenced-in section and said, this was the cage for the swear house. He told me I had an older brother, Dustin, at one time, and they traded him to the swear house because he cursed too much, and they would do the same to me if I kept swearing.
That's fucking bonkers,
Talk about symptom
dude.
of the problem.
Jesus Christ.
crazy,
That's
right?
real crazy. Yeah, dude. Your dad is a fucking lunatic.
I never thought about that, to say you had an older brother, but we killed him.
I mean, dude, that's fucking trauma.
That's big
insane.
time traumatizing, dude. I would like to know what else happened in this guy's life.
He ended up being a fan of this show.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
Definitely some Vyvanse in the future.
that fucked him up. Man.
Oh,
That's tough. Do you have, obviously, you have some kids that are, you've probably said they're a bit of rabble rousers.
Yeah. I've
My
never,
wife's having the thing at you on the Tonight Show going over the tent. She's
destroying the construction site.
Yeah, she's like, is this a joke? I'm like, no, that is for
that's
sure
real.
his kids.
That's for real.
Do you have any kind of empty threat, or have you had any sort of empty threats like that too?
Dude, you know what's crazy is
because
that
it seems like you're talking to two dudes when you tell the story.
if I get real pissed off, like really mad, and I'm like, fucking knock it off. The younger one laughs because he thinks it's funny to see this type of emotion, and I'm like, I'm fucking serious. And he's like, he starts laughing, and you can't help but laugh. And then the older one has done this thing where I'm like one time, dude, he was doing like some painting shit in the kitchen, and then he went downstairs and he put his hands on the wall, right? So he put paint on the wall, and I was like, hey, what the fuck, man? And I start getting like all fired up at him, and he's like, hey. He goes, I'm a kid, okay? You don't need to talk to me like that. And I go, what? He goes, just talk to me normal. Don't yell. And I'm like, well, what are you doing? He goes, my brain told me to put it on the wall, and I just did it. And I'm like, okay, tell your fucking brain
not to do it.
not to do that shit. He's like, all I need is you to talk to me in a calm voice. And I'm like, okay. So like it throws you off, and then you realize that you're being, like too much. But I haven't.
Obviously, take him to Area 51.
No, nothing.
Take him out of the desert and leave him there for a couple hours.
Did your dad yell? Your dad was seemed to be a stern but calmer man.
He wasn't really a big screamer.
Yeah.
He wasn't really a big screamer.
I think this is more of what I relate this to is when I was a kid, if I was being real bad, my mom would give me the empty threat, what I didn't realize at the time, of sending me to St. Michael's or St. Gabe's, the home for boys. I'm going to have the people. There was a couple of times where, like, we were in the kitchen. She pretended to be on the phone with this, like, wayward house for boys.
Yeah.
Called St. Michael's, and the guys were going to come and get me and take me to live there.
Yeah.
Did your parents do anything like that?
No, I mean, my mom's a third worlder. Don't forget that. So
Okay,
she would do
sure.
shit like one time. Me and my cousin learned all these Spanish curse words, so we were yelling them. And so our two mothers, like my mom and her sister, grabbed us. Brian's mom spanked him and he cried, and my mom spanked me and I laughed. And then because I laughed, she was like, she had nails. She took it on my forearm,
squeezed,
pinched and twisted till blood came out, and I was like, fuck. And she was like, I have to do something.
You psychopath.
Yeah.
I had that before. My mom did
that. I remember the pinch and twist. And I also remember that one of my cousins, because when you have like English as a second language parent, they don't grasp all the little things. My cousin told my mom that I said crap and that was a curse word. And instead of my mom knowing that's not like a real curse,
Gotcha.
she shoved a bar of soap in my mouth.
I've had that.
And I was like, what the? And then my dad had to come home and be like, oh, that's not a bad word. And she was like, oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Cool.
I owe you one.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
I've seen it too because I come from a very yelly family, and my brother yells a lot, and then my nephew's now at the age where like he'll yell, and my nephew will just roll his eyes. I'm like, you've lost all of its power.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
You can't yell all day every day, and it'd be like the worst thing.
Yeah, if my dad yelled, it was like a big deal. He wasn't a big yeller.
Scary.
Mine was
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time he got the phone call that my older sister had gotten a crazy speeding ticket, and she was doing 105 and a 55.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And he was at his dresser, and he pulled the dresser out of the wall. It was like a built-in, because he was like, God damn it! And he just ripped the whole thing came out of the wall. We were like, oh shit. Yeah.
105.
Yeah.
What kind of car was she in?
Honda Accord.
They'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those things would zip.
And her explanation, she goes, I was dancing and I lost track of how
Like
fast
to
I
a
was
good
in.
song.
Yeah, she was like, I was just like
That's
lost
the last
in
thing
it.
you want to be doing at 105 is dancing.
Damn.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Man.